Hi there, and welcome to Outrage Overdrive, delivering topics that will no doubt make you almost mildly upset, I imagine. It's me, your host, a man who's known for his anger and fury, Charlie, or as I'm known around the local biker bars, medium rare buzzsaw, because I'm just that fucking hardcore. Today's first story is a real bummer. Prima strategy guides are shutting down, much to the dismay of the three people that have continued to buy them over the last decade. That's right, we've seen the last printed strategy guide from Prima. What a fucking shame. This next story is one that's been talked about ad nauseum from every YouTuber out there multiple times to try and squeeze every last penny of ad revenue from the topic. Diablo Immortal. Now, I would lose my license as a professional outrager if I didn't talk about this, but I'm sure all of you know anyway. But I'm gonna mention it anyway. At this year's BlizzCon, Blizzard was hyping up a big fucking Diablo reveal. Many fans speculated to be Diablo 4. And then at the end of the conference, they announced Diablo Immortal, which is exclusively a mobile game that is just a reskin of an existing game from a Chinese developer. Pretty fucking underwhelming, and the people that played it said it was also very underwhelming. It's not just a shitty idea, it's pretty shitty to play, according to the reports of those that were unfortunate enough to actually play it. It's not all bad news from this event though, because the reveal gave us my favorite quote from any video game developer ever. "You guys have phones, don't you?" This was said by one of the developers after being absolutely fucking assaulted by a cacophony of boos from the crowd. As they're getting shouted boos at, one man, just real brave fucking hero, says, "What? You guys have phones, don't you?" You know, I don't know what he was expecting. I guess he was expecting women to be throwing their panties on the stage and people to be just fucking cheering out of their mind. But that's not what happened, just a bunch of boos, because it was pretty shitty, pretty lame, pretty underhanded. Very tone deaf overall. I don't know why they'd hype up the mobile game for the last thing at BlizzCon. There are rumors that they were going to announce Diablo 4, but it got pulled last minute, but that's from an unsubstantiated blog post, so there's really no merit to that. And it also seems like Blizzard has been constantly deleting and then reposting the trailer in order to get the dislikes lower each time because it looks bad. They also keep changing the link on the Blizzard BattleNet thing, so if you clicked on it when it first got announced, you'd see the original video that had like 250,000 dislikes. If you clicked on it 2 hours later, it took you to a different video that has less views and less dislikes, so they keep re-uploading it to make it look a lot better than it is, even though it still looks awful across the board no matter where you're looking at it. It's just shitty, and I'm sure you already know about it, so that's enough taking up time with that one. This story is a pretty fucking fresh one, a nice little wet fart for your mouth right now. This comes from Activision with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They've added some pretty disgusting microtransactions to the game, and it's only been out like 2 weeks. So the base game is $60, the battle pass is $50, and you're going to be paying like $200 for the loot boxes and shit that they're introducing. They waited 2 weeks in order to get like a good reputation with the gamer community because games like Battlefront 2 were dead on arrival because of how bad the microtransaction system was. So their plan to circumvent that was, let's just wait a little bit, boys. Let's put on the brakes a little bit, and then we can go full throttle into some shitty microtransactions, which they have. They fucking cannonballed into the cesspool at the deep end here. The microtransactions are pretty fucking greedy, but they are still, for the most part, cosmetic shit. But if you want that cosmetic shit and you don't want to pay for it, you're going to be grinding upwards of 250 hours plus. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. This next story is not in the news. You're not going to find it anywhere online. This one comes from me. I went to Disney World. Well, Animal Kingdom, rather. And I was fucking outraged by the goddamn line at the Avatar Flight of Passage ride. Holy fucking shit. That line is made to hold at least 10,000 gorillas. That line is so fucking big, it's got to be at least 10 miles long. If you took it all from its fucking labyrinthian architecture and laid it flat, it'd be at least 2 miles long. That shit is so fucking huge, you could easily fit 10,000 gorillas in there, 50,000 regular-sized people, and 100,000 5'6" men like me. It was a 4-hour line to go on that fucking ride. You know the sign that's supposed to tell you how long it takes to get to the ride from that starting position? It's at 115 minutes. 4 hours is not 115 minutes. That's a little on the low end of the spectrum to get me in there. They fucking scammed me. Free armor trimming at Avatar Flight of Passage, and I fell for it. It was such a waste of fucking time. Ride was really cool. Not worth 4 hours and not worth the screaming children. If you're watching this, Walt Disney World executives, shorten the fucking line or at least cut it off after like a 2-hour wait. There's no reason, even from a business perspective, to have that many people waiting in line, because then those people aren't participating in your park. They're not buying your fucking hot dogs, not buying your fucking souvenir, your Mickey Mouse ears, your fucking fleshlights at the vendors. Why do you want them trapped in there? Why do you want them in that isolation unit? Get them the fuck out, make the line shorter, or just cut it off at a certain point. God, that's genuine outrage. I was so fucking livid. Luckily, I had RuneScape on the mobile to keep me occupied for the hour that it made, the hour long that I was able to last on my battery. But Jesus, once that was over, I was just seeing red. I was ready to start fucking tearing shit off the walls. Not gonna find that in the news, but I'm fucking outraged, so it fits. And the last story today comes from Red Dead Redemption 2, aka the world's best game that's ever been made. Rockstar can never do any wrong. God himself made Rockstar games. This is from a Red Dead 2 YouTuber. Well, he's not a Red Dead 2 YouTuber, but a YouTuber by the name of Shirako. He made a video on Red Dead 2 where there's a feminist in the game, and he killed her in a bunch of different ways, and it went viral. And then his channel got taken down as a result. It became huge news, and it was just this big fucking shitstorm because of this. When asked about it, he said it wasn't anything to do with political ideologies or anything against feminism. It was that NPC was designed to be as obnoxious as possible. It almost seems like bait from Rockstar to make her that way in order to get their name out there for free advertising. Even in a negative way, there's always that saying, no publicity is bad, or any publicity is good publicity, no such thing as bad publicity. So they made this feminist character, and she is really loud. If you're having a conversation with a shop owner, you're going to hear her yelling. So then Shirako killed her, made a video on it, and then it got popular, so he did it a couple more times to really capitalize on it, I suppose. And then it became this big deal where everyone gets all up in arms. Video games are truly evil. And then some of them are so misinformed. They said Shirako actually made the video game as if he was the creator of Red Dead 2. I watched it from Vocative, I believe the name was. And their video was, this YouTuber made a game where you feed a feminist to alligators or something like that. So just a lot of dumbass people trying to get clicks from this story. Luckily, it has a happy ending. He got his channel back, but it's some scary shit knowing that YouTube can just terminate a channel if they don't like the video you post. It's not the first time we've seen it, and I'm sure it won't be the last, but I truly hope that shit stops very soon. But yeah, that's the last of the big internet outrage stories from this week. Hopefully next week there'll be even bigger internet outrage stories, but that's all for now. Stay angry, gamers. Yeah, fuck yeah. See ya.